Assalamualaikum and greetings everyone. My name is Arjuna Balkis binti Shapri and my metric number are 2212220546. I would like to present about the introduction of the dataset by All Greens franchise. We are doing this report to study about the dataset from All Greens franchise, and inside the data itself contains several variables that we use such as annual net sales, number of square feet, inventory, amount spent on advertising, size of sales district, and number of competing stores in district. The problem we occur in the datasets is the decrease of annual sales because of the lack of promotion in each franchise store. The variables separated into two classes, which is independent and dependent variable. SLR that we use in this research are to describe about how independent variable will influence dependent variable. MLR thus describe how a single response variable depends linearly on several predictor variables.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Aidil Iman bin Azman. My metric number is 221220552. I'm from class 21A. Based on the data set 1 that has been chosen, we can see in the data that y-axis is representing the annual net sales for the All Green franchise. First thing first, let me go through the first scatter plot graph. The first graph shows the scatter plot of the annual net sales by amount spent on the number of the square feet. Based on the first graph, it shows that the linear relationship between the net sales and the amount spent on the number of square feet is positive, as well as the representative graph for the amount spent on advertising, inventory, and the size of sales district. Meanwhile, the scatter plot, which represents the number of competing stores in district, shows a negative linear relationship between the annual net sales and the competing stores in district.
3. The general form of SLR equation, where y equals to BO plus B1x, BO is the intercept and B1 is the slope. Since in our case, y is dependent variable which is equals to annual net sales per $1,000, so x becomes the independent variable from x1 till x5. So the next will be 3.4, which is testing the regression of slope. P-value of the regression slope in our case is 0.001, which is lesser than 0.05. So we do accept the H1 and failed H0, which is symbolizes significant relationship between the x and y. So the lastly will become the 3.5 coefficient determination, which is all this x1 till x5's r's are strong positive linear relationship between the x and y. So the r squares relationship of percentages are determined by the variation x is explained by y.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Aina Dima binti Amaniza from 21A and my matrix number is 221222809. So today I would like to present about multilinear regression that I got from data set 1. First is overfitting. Overfitting happens when R square change and standard error of the estimated is high and compact. Multiple linearity show that the VIF for number square feet is below 10.5, that is moderately correlated compared to the other variable, which is in a critical level of multiple linearity. Model comparison show that simple linear regression overfitted than multiple linear regression, which means that MLR is better than SLR. Annual net sale is expected increase by $36,172. In hypothesis setting, it shows that we fail to reject now because they are no different in the size of sale district that used in annual net sale.
Assalamualaikum, I am Afifa Aina, metric number 22122540. I'm going to explain my part, which is conclusion. Our group has used two methods in this project, which is simple linear regression analysis SLR and MLR multiple linear regression analysis. These two methods has its own advantage and disadvantage, but I'm going to explain about MLR advantage and disadvantage. First, advantage for MLR is be able to assess the relative impact of one or more predictor factors on the outcome value, while disadvantage for MLR is falsely assuming that correlation is caused by incomplete data. The solution that I suggest for introduction is by using advertising. It is because advertising can gain more customers to know about All Green franchise. Thank you.